what they are, but still something which is fundamental to somebody. Some people don't speak with others. They are very calm. Not that they don't know. They don't want to express. Such people will be, if they are more numbers oriented, they should take finance. All of you are good at Excel. That is a basic expectation everybody should. You should be able to play with the data. Because whether it is marketing or HR or finance, in all cases, you require spreadsheet skills. It's not difficult. If you don't know, you can still learn. Because if you learn Excel, it makes job very easy. Simple. So, people who want to be successful in the very first attempt, they should not take marketing. Because in marketing, you will be hearing no so many times. You have to try multiple times to convince the client. So, since there is nothing called marketing, everything is selling only. So one should be willing to go that extra mile, travel extensively, be impacted by saying no. So many people will be saying no so many times. But still, if you have seen, they are very hopeful, they are not bothered, they just give a smile and then move ahead. They don't even bother about it. But in marketing you will have very split personality because you don't express yourself with the customer or client. Even if you are nursing them also, you will put up a smile and you have to talk to them. Not everybody can manage that. If you react, you should not get into marketing. Because marketing requires more patience than HR and finance. Nothing like that. What are the key HR roles people do? Recruitment. That everybody has to. Everybody has to. Relationship management, recruitment. Decision maker is everybody is a decision maker. Everybody is a problem solver, every higher responsibility comes with expectation that you will solve problems. You will decide. What else does HR manager other than recruitment and relationship management? What else? Conflict resolution, good. Conflict resolution is a great skill of HR. What else? Talent management, performance appraisal. Everybody should have skill and knowledge. As an HR manager, what do I do? I am engaged in recruitment process. I am into training. I am into appraisal. I am into talent management. I am into relationship management. These are the key roles. And in all these cases, you have to deal with people, you have to understand them. You should understand in which condition they are going to give their best and so on and so on. Should motivate them. So there are many roles in HR. Within recruitment, again, onboarding is something else. People who are taking care of industrial relations also in some cases. So industrial relations also is a responsibility of HR. Attracting the right people, nurturing the talent, retaining the talent. Public relations. Public relations is mostly a marketing or the sales function. But in HR, you do even employer branding also. Employer branding means how the market perceives a particular organization. If the organization is not perceived to be good, that means it's an employer, that means it's a company as an employer, you should read this every year it is published best employers of choice. Why do some companies are always in the top as an employer of choice? Not because they pay the best salaries, but they treat their employees well. That is what attracts them. So there is employer branding also, where just like you have a brand for a product or service, there is a brand for the organization, not company brand. That is different. How the market perceives, suppose like say for example, if IIT's students don't join Infosys or Wipro or TCS, do you think all these three companies can become popular? If the best talent in IITs are not joining these three or companies, be it Wipro or Infosys or TCS or Tech Mahindra, the top four companies, do you think these four companies can become popular? No. So that means these prospective students, or let's say IIT, it can be for everybody else. If the good talent does not want to join these frontline software companies will become ordinary companies for a big period of time. That means the best people should be associated with you, because people make or break companies. Why we should consider HR to be a priority? Because people make or break companies. There is this lady by name Anu Agha. Anu Agha had been into HR, but she never worked in any company. Her husband only owns a company called Thermax, India's largest boiler manufacturer. One day, her husband died. Her only son, who was studying in London, he came back because his father died. He wanted to take over that business. Exactly 2 days after that, he met with an accident and he died. Anu Agha took over the company. She is a HR person. Thermax is an engineering company, boiler manufacturing. Boiler is not, there is the same boiler that we use for hot water at home, but it is an industrial boiler. It requires a different kind of mindset. It requires different engineering capability. Anu Agha had nothing, absolutely no clue about this. She has called the entire team at Thermax and she expressed her inability. Everybody said, "You don't worry, you just be with us. That's it. We'll make Thermax again as strong as what Rohinton Agha wanted." Thermax became a great company. All she has done was relationship management with all the people in the organization. She used to connect with them, she used to go and sit with them, she used to simply engage them, and people used to start thinking that it is possible. Just think about this person. A person who was born the only son, the only child to a couple who were having 25,000 acres of coffee plantation. Couple of years ago, he committed suicide. Cafe Coffee Day. Cafe Coffee Day owner, because there were so much of losses, debt, he made his driver wait on a bridge and he jumped into that river. His wife is not well educated. In a short span of 2 years, she has cleared all the debt. All the loans she has cleared. It is all about mindset. V.G. Siddharth was well educated. He didn't have the mental strength to face that kind of a sudden crisis situation, which his wife could easily manage. Maybe she struggled for 2 years, but she could clear all the debts. If only VG Siddharth had that kind of mental strength, he wouldn't have done it, is it? So, be it in HR or marketing or finance, conditions will not be favorable to us. You should always remember this. Conditions will not be favorable to us. But how we react to a given condition is our choice. So if we choose rightly, we will be able to manage the situation much better. Yeah. See, it is like this. Whether it is MBA or whether it is CA, one should have the depth of knowledge. If we are not having the depth of knowledge, even with a CA qualification, I know chartered accountants who are willing to work for even 10 to 1,000 rupees. There are MBAs who are working for even more than 1 lakh rupees starting. Nothing to do with this. What does a chartered accountant do? Chartered accountants are only accountants, they are not finance people. Finance starts where accounting ends. Finance starts where accounting ends. Finance and accounting are not competitors. A chartered accountant may also know finance. An MBA student, if they are only reading whatever is there in the syllabus, definitely they cannot compete with a chartered accountant. Because a chartered accountant knows enough finance which will enable him to compete with MBA finance students. But there is nothing that is stopping you from learning something more than what is given in the syllabus. If you can do that, you can compete with anyone. That's not it. Anybody else? Any more questions related to your career? If that is what is going to give you peace of mind and happiness, why not? Nobody else wants to ask? I started my career in 1993 with a background called MFA, Master in Finance and Accounting. I was not even MBA. The first job where I had to compete, I competed with somebody who was a chartered accountant, who was a cost accountant and a company secretary. 42 people were interviewed and 5 people were selected. Out of the 5 people who were selected, I was the least qualified person. But any which way, they did not have an advantage nor I had a disadvantage because the job was business journalism. Business journalism where you write in business magazines. Those days there was no Google, nobody can copy, nobody can simply write whatever is there and simply express. So we were interviewed for 3 days in Bhaskara Palace, a hotel which was converted subsequently to Care Hospital in Hyderabad, Banjara Hills. 3 days we were interviewed, and that is how 42 people were reduced to 5. We were asked to go to the podium. There was one scale. Behind that scale on a piece of paper, 3 topics were written. We should simply go there, turn it around. There will be some 8 to 10 scales. On each scale there will be written some 3-4 topics. You should pick up one scale, put it upside down. You are given 1 minute time to look at those 3 topics. Choose one topic, and once the topic you selected, then immediately they start. For the next 5 minutes you should speak. That eliminated many. Finally, 5 people were selected and 5 people were offered a job by none other than NJ Yashasvi. If you happen to know NJ Yashasvi, he was one of the brilliant minds who studied in Guntur AC College All through his life he studied in Telugu medium. Excellent orator in English. He died an untimely death once again. Otherwise, he was such a popular person. He got gold medal. He got Vasu Chandra Award for CA Inter. Gold medal. He told everybody, I am writing CA final now. If you want gold medal, don't write this time. How many people will have that kind of a capability to say? He got gold medal in his CA Inter and he said, I am writing both groups CA final now. If somebody wants to get gold medal, don't write this time. And he got gold medal for CA final. I was privileged to work with NJSSV for a number of years. And NJSSV called all 5 of us. Our salary was 2,500 rupees. So he said, you were all selected, all 5 of you are selected. But I am going to give you the same salary of 2,500. Mind you, at that time, one of them was an associate consultant who worked for PCS and who came here. He said, this is not acceptable to me. He said, you can leave. The other 3 people along with me, 4, they said, we are more qualified. He said, I am not interested in your qualification. Your qualification is reflected in your performance in the last 3 days. And that is how we had to struggle, because they tried with English proficient people, teaching them business, it didn't work out. So they decided to take people who had understanding of business, so that English language anything somebody can do. That is how they experimented with us. In the last 8 years, I have written more than 450 caselets in finance. Caselets, not cases. Caselets is 2 pages document. ICFI uses this for their executive MBA program. And in the last 8 years, my association with ICFI had made me write all this. I feel proud because some of these caselets were bought by even Harvard University. I feel good because unlike in India, unlike in other Asian countries, we take photocopy. Taking Xerox is illegal. It's a crime. So what happens in other universities, suppose in Harvard 400 students are there. If they have to discuss some Indian caselet, just like if students are not coming on time. In Harvard also this happens. So what they do, immediately they start distributing it. And they distribute this 2 pages caselet and immediately they say 10 minutes to submit it. So now what will happen? Everybody will start running and coming to the class. Because cases will take a lot of time. Caselet is only just 2 pages. So they just give that handout to everybody. And immediately they say, you are given 10 minutes time, you analyze this caselet and submit. There will be 5 marks for it. That's how Harvard Business School brings in discipline among students. So what they do, they buy 400 cases. One caselet if I write, they will buy 400 copies. They pay for 400. Similarly, I teach at Nasi Monji also, Nasi Monji Institute of Management Sciences, which is one of the top 10 business schools in the country. Every session of 3 hours, you have got 10 sessions for each subject. Every session is for 3 hours. In each session, we have to discuss at least 2 cases of Harvard University, Harvard Business School. Each case will be nothing less than 25 to 35 pages. 2 cases we have to discuss in every class along with the regular subject. So you can imagine what kind of pressure people go through. But when we buy that case costs, case study costs $15. They will write it with a watermark. This is being given to Dr. Krishna to deliver a course on private equity at Nasi Monji campus in Jadcherla, Hyderabad. I also teach in Mumbai. When I go to Mumbai, they will give me another set. Same case probably, but in that watermark it will be written in Mumbai. That is the kind of ethics that they follow. They could have simply downloaded it taken photocopy, they could have given it to me, they could have saved $15. They don't do that. They give me a copy which they bought, they give every student the same bought copy. So that is how Harvard pays $2, $3 and they buy multiple copies of my cases along with other cases. Not alone. I was a major contributor in finance, but there are other people who do it in HR. But these opportunities enable us to think that we have got much more to do in life than what we are currently doing. That is what is a purposeful life now. Anybody else wants to ask anything related to their education? Because I'll share the screen here. All the PPTs also will be here on it. So. Anybody specifically, whatever question that you want to ask related to their career or job? Anybody from this side? It is very silent today. They are not asking anything. I don't agree with this statement that many organizations prefer girls for a HR role. No. Many girls choose to do HR. There disproportionately more girls do HR than finance and marketing. But I don't agree if you say that the organizations choose girls for HR roles. There are many people, I know many men who have actually grown in a HR role. Not necessarily. Mother Nature gives women more patience than men. That is true. But to build that kind of a capability, it is very much possible. Only 50% of your behavior is driven by your DNA structure.
My doubt is that how to ensure development within a particular role. For a fresher, for example, he joins in a job. How should he ensure personal development, not within the role but also career-wise?
What do you want to be? How do you see yourself, let's say, 5 years from now? Much before you get a role, what is it that you have an aim for yourself? Forget about everything. What is it that you want to be known for?
Sir, I want to serve my country in any which capacity that may, particularly defense.
Then why didn't you join Combined Defense Services Examination? Did you write the NDA you wrote?
Yes.
You are writing or you have written?
Because NDA is still qualified.
Hmm.
From now on, we writing CDs.
You are writing Combined Defense Services. Then why did you do MBA?
So because even if the flying math was not available, I'd be eventually administrative.
The administrative skills, any which way you can acquire later on. In fact, a couple of years ago, I was I was teaching strategic management for one person. Somebody wrote to me, called me one day and said, you should spare some time. I know you don't teach individuals, but you should come and teach one individual strategic management. I said, fine. Because this person was very popular, very powerful person. First helped me in the past. I said, fine, anything for you, I'll do. Then when I went there, he was none other than Gaurav Uppal. Gaurav is All India third rank in IAS. All India third rank in IAS. He is an MBBS doctor. He even served Nalgonda as a collector also. He became IAS, but he felt that he doesn't have the administrative skills because he never studied anything related to management. So he was pursuing some MBA program from some foreign university while he was an IAS officer. But he was struggling to understand certain concepts and all. So that's how he reached out to some other common acquaintance. I did teach him strategic management. So people can acquire this. Administration is not so very important, and in fact they will be put through this training. The fact that you chose MBA might have shifted your attention from your intent to serve the nation. But it has definitely impact. So that means there is a deviation from what you want to become. Anybody else? Because that's a completely different career path, and the program that he chose does not meet with that requirement. I was privileged to meet up with Professor Manas Mandal. In fact, he is one of our members in the Reiki Foundation. Professor Manas Mandal was the only person, or he is the only Indian who is a Fulbright scholar for 3 terms. Indian government gives full tuition fee and makes them to represent India in different universities. At the most, people will get only once. Becoming a Fulbright scholar itself is difficult. He was a Fulbright scholar for 3 times. And he had actually interviewed Dr. Abdul Kalam for defense, and he rejected his candidature. So not everybody is cut for that kind of a role. If you are a civilian, it's a different thing. But if you are somebody who is going to serve the military forces, you require a different mindset. You require a different mindset. You should also have that physical capability as well as the mental strength to take up that kind of a challenge. Otherwise, if I am standing at the border with a gun, the enemy will have more advantage than me, because they will be able to take away the gun from where it should be on. So, we should also have that kind of a capability. Sometimes probably our physical strength may not permit. So, it's a combination of so many things. It's not just education that is relevant. Mr. Manas Mandal is a member of our Reiki Foundation. Incidentally, he was the Director General of DRDO, a defense organization. He's still with us. I remember yesterday you were telling me that your family business is both batteries and all, is it? Somebody else has got it. Okay. What is your family business that you do? Your parents are not business. Okay. Ornaments, retailing, wholesale. If you see all the 14 principles of management given by VAC, all of them have come from automobile industry. What has automobile industry got to do with management? Automobile is considered to be the mother of management because all principles of VAC, including all scientific management principles, came from automobile industry. Reason being that in automobile industry, automobile companies don't do anything. They simply do R&D, assembly and painting, nothing more than that. Components come from other auto component manufacturers. There are more than 6,000 auto components which go into the making of a car. In one battery, there are 65 components. So nobody makes them. Everybody buys these components and assembles them. It's all about collaboration. That means one should accept the fact that in automobile industry, interdependency is highest. Interpersonal skills are required. Automatically you will start networking with them. No network, no work. No network, no work. That means unless and until we know people who matter, and unless people who matter are known to us and we are known to them, we will not be successful in business. Business is not about profit. Business is not about product. Business is not about service. Business is all about relationship. That is why even venture capitalists also say, all this shark tank and all, they will only look at what is it that you are offering, what is the potential, what is the USP and all. Actually, seasoned venture capitalists don't look at all these things. They will only say, how good are you in your interpersonal skills? Because business is all about relationship. There are many a times when one supplier is not able to meet your requirement. If you simply say, if you don't supply, I will cut off, I will not deal with you, means it is just not possible. You should try to understand their capability, you should try to accommodate them. That is why George Fernandez used to say, in business and politics, there are no permanent friends, nor there are permanent enemies. So, if you are gravitated towards HR, and if you want to do business, it perfect business. So many technocrats have failed in business, not because the product was substandard, product was superlative, but still they never interacted with anybody. They never tried to check the pulse of the suppliers, nor the customers, nor distributors. In business, you need to be very actively engaged in the entire ecosystem, connect with people. The more people you know, the more easier it is for you to do business. Knowing is everything in business. So you should be the first to know. And this knowledge you cannot get by reading. Reading gives you knowledge, but you should build that kind of a trust amongst people. Otherwise, just think about it. You try to understand the working capital cycle. Starts with paying for raw material. I get raw material. My raw material will be in stock. Then it will be introduced into the operations. Then it will be converted from raw material to work in progress and finally to finished goods. But even in work in progress, it will stay for a while. Then it will be introduced once again and then it will become finished goods. Then again it will be in stock. Then it will be dispatched. Then somebody is buying. Then after some time they pay. The cash to cash cycle is working capital. So just think about it. Today you have paid, sometimes you have to pay 3 months in advance. Then only you will get the raw material. So just think about it, how long your working capital cycle will be. And on the contrary, suppose if you are well known, people will give you credit. You will be able to cut down your time of operating cycle. You will be able to do business more with less money. And that is how successful people will become more successful, strong become stronger, weak become weaker. Today, if somebody has to compete with Hero Motocorp, they make 85,000 bikes every day. 85,000 bikes require so many components. All these component suppliers are giving 90 days time. Within 10 days, the components will come from that place to Hero's factory. In another 1 week, it will be introduced into the production line. In 3 days, it will become a bike. That is, by 20th day, it is becoming a bike. In 1 week, it is dispatched. Even if you take 30 days, maximum they will give 20 days credit. 50 days, that means component suppliers are giving 90 days time. Hero Motocorp is able to get back money at the end of the 50th day itself. 40 days Hero Motocorp is lending in the market just like a bank. Just imagine. We are thinking that they are making money by selling motorbikes. They are earning so much of interest. They have got more than 18,000 crore line of credit from the banking system which they don't require. They are one of the lenders in the market. They behave like a bank. But we will only be thinking that Hero Motocorp they manufacture bikes. They are major lenders in the market. Why they are lenders? Because they don't require credit from the banking system. They are able to generate cash. Now why is this possible? Because with at least 2,000 vendors who supply components to them, they maintain very good relationship. They told them if the next bike is going to be launched, it will be launched, let's say, only in November. So you can be rest assured, if you are supplying me components for a particular model, the model will be there at least for the next 2 years. And in these 2 years, we will sell nothing less than 50 lakh bikes. So, if you are my vendor, you will supply, suppose if you are supplying tires, you will be supplying 50 lakh into 1 crore tires. So the supplier will now think, come what may, I should not lose this client called Hero. Everybody does their best and deal with Hero because they know that we can't afford to ignore it. This is not relationship. Any which way R&D team will work, they will try to improvise upon the product and all. But just think about it. Brijmohanlal Munjal is a person who created Hero Cycles and Hero Honda and subsequently Hero Motocorp. His job was only to be Hero Cycles originally was their business. Hero Cycles, Hero Honda, Hero Motocorp, including the university. Munjal University belongs to them. Even when that Munjal University was given to them, 8,000 crores they have given and said, don't worry about returns and all. We will not ask you any returns for the next 10 years. That is how Munjal University has become a top-ranking private university. No. It is not because of the product quality and all. So many people can manufacture that kind of product. Just think about it. Today I launched one model. In another 1 month I launch another model and remove this model. Think about all the people who have made these components. They are anticipating more sales in future. If you don't take them into confidence and launch a new model, they will not support. This has nothing to do with quality of the product. The quality of the product may be top class. Because of your genuine concern for the supplier, You are trying to take them into confidence, you are involving them right from the basic conception of a new model because of which they are partnering. The support that is given by the vendor is because of your interpersonal skill. It has nothing to do with your selling capability. It has nothing to do with the product quality and so on and so forth. Business is all about relationship. If you can think beyond yourself, you will succeed. If you are thinking about yourself, it is very difficult to succeed. What is relationship? Thinking beyond yourself. When people do something, they only think, what will I get? If you start thinking about how I can help others, automatically many people will start coming forward. That's the way. Yeah, this is a very interesting one. Just research has proved, because we do work with some medical doctors, neuroscientists. Research has proved that when we start being more mindful, it will increase neuroplasticity. That means the brain also will expand to deal with more complexity, and you will still be very calm and composed. If you start practicing meditation, some people practice meditation. Some people write, some people read, some people listen to music and keep themselves occupied. Meditation is not necessarily that somebody should sit in one place calm without doing anything at all. That is one type of meditation. Some people, when they are, if you see in London, you will find people running on the pavement 24/7. People will simply keep running. There is a separate track for them. If you see in Amsterdam, somebody on the main road, on one side you have got a racing track. People do skating, people will do cycling, people will be jogging, and somebody else will be going in a boat also. Netherlands is a country which is below the sea level, but the way they have constructed their country, along with the roadway is a waterway, side by side, and you can find one train also going in the same track also. And this is made possible because they wanted people to be active. Because if you start sitting for a longer time, you feel like sitting. If you sleep for a longer time, you feel like sleeping. That is what is inertia all about. Unless you get up and start walking, you will not enjoy walking. So, that is what makes people more mindful. Once you are mindful, it enhances your neuroplasticity. Because neuroplasticity is all about how receptive you are for the ideas. Like say for example, somebody is calling you but you are not able to listen. They will be shouting but still you are not listening. Because that transmission was correct, reception was wrong. That means at the end of the reception, at the receiving party is not able to receive it properly, but transmission has happened correctly. In electronics engineering, it is nothing but noise. And noise moves from one place to another place. Whether it is a data, whether it is voice, whether it is video, or whether it is text, it is a disturbance. It is disturbance which is moving from one place to another place. Same logic, if you look at yourself in a microscope, it is all dust particles which has come together. Because it is dust particles which has come together, if you really understand, we are just dust, nothing more than that. But we cannot accept that we are dust. That is why all the ego gets built up in the system. And the ego gets boosted when somebody is praising you, it gets boosted. And next time if somebody is not praising you, you feel unhappy about it. So, essentially neuroplasticity is It's all about how your mind is capable of reception of new ideas when you are not judgmental about things, and that enhances your capacity to think as well as conduct yourself. Otherwise, see, some people have practiced it. Their ability, in fact, they are not born like that. They have to train their mind to become like that. Some people want to read a lot of things. If you read like this, it will take a lot of time. It is called horizontal reading, which all of us do. There is something called vertical reading. In all reading institutions, they teach vertical reading also. Once you do vertical reading, you can read it at least 25 times faster. That is what takes you to read one page, you can read 25 pages in that. And a person who has read 25 pages horizontally and a person who has read 25 pages vertically, they can debate. In fact, when people say Swami Vivekananda used to read quickly, how he used to read quickly? He used to do vertically. Vertical reading actually gives your brain the inputs about what it is. If you are reading like this, you will never be able to complete it well. Yeah. Somebody is asking me a question.
How can we
Ah. No. Read that one. Read the first sentence. I'll tell you.
Mindfulness is a form of awareness where one observes.
Okay. Mindfulness, a form of awareness where one observes. You read it. Did you read MINDFULNESS? So that means your mind is capable of seeing a word and immediately say this is what it is. Because you have been trained to read it like this, you think that this is the only way, but if you really understand, you did read it letter by letter. But you have understood. Similarly, in vertical reading, they just read like this. There is a mindfulness, non-judgment, happening, training, alive, awareness, interstates. That's all different. Now I'll tell you what mindfulness is. They will have this capability. See, even when you are reading horizontally, if you read one page and immediately if you ask to speak, you can't speak, you can't read it more than 20%. Even in vertical reading, you can read it 20%. So how does it work?
Some people they say that we should be inverted.
Yeah, I remember my aunt is a teacher. I used to come to Nellore when I was a child. And to her place, many students used to come. They used to read even tables up to 20 and they used to read in reverse. In Hyderabad, even in a very good school also, nobody will ask them to teach in reverse or you memorize in reverse. In fact, I feel so proud. So many people whom I have known for the last 30 years who were born after my 10th standard, whom I have seen in this rural area, especially in the outskirts of Nellore, including Nellore, they are all in such a good position today. And people whom I have seen in Hyderabad who had very decent education could not make it. In fact, all my relatives were in Nellore and they are nothing less than 15 to 20 people. They are in such a good position. They did study in a great institution. But today if you see, some people are in Dublin, some people are in Canada, and most of them are in Bangalore. I feel good because despite not having the privileges of a metro city or a mainline city, their level of education was not inadequate. I think it's all in the mind only. Maybe parents also might have made them feel that you got the best, you don't need to complain anymore, and the process they have been clear. Actually, it is all about stepping out of our comfort zone. It's in the initial phase only. But once you get used to it, it will become very natural for you. That's what I said about one institution. Have you heard of, I think you might have seen a movie, I don't see movies, so. Have you heard about the Super 30?
Yes, sir.
What is Super 30? But are you aware that there is somebody by name who is to actually do this? Anand Sharma? Anand Kumar. What was Anand Kumar doing? He did not get it in IIT. So he started picking students from rural areas, from very poor background, and he started training them. And many people used to get IIT seat also. 30 students got it. I think only once the least was 18 out of 30 people got it in IIT. That was the least. But they got it in other good places. Nobody else wants to ask me. So mindfulness is not an activity of meditation you do few minutes and then forget about it. It is about the mindset. Mindset is the only asset that every human being has got. So any more questions? We still have about 15 minutes time. Okay, you want to know about the Harshad Mehta scandal? How many of you want to know about Harshad Mehta scandal? Some people who want to take HR, they don't want to raise their hand. Okay. Very quickly we will discuss about what has happened with Harshad Mehta. Harshad Mehta, as all of you know, was a stockbroker owning a company called Mazda Industries. Harshad Mehta was not only a stockbroker, he was a primary dealer in money market. So that means, just think about it. Harshad Mehta was a stockbroker on Bombay Stock Exchange. Harshad Mehta was also a primary dealer of money markets. Just to tell you how primary dealer works. Come on, like for example, you are representing State Bank of India. Somebody is representing Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda wants 1,000 crores. SBI has got 1,000 crores. SBI does not approach Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda will not approach SBI. Because if Bank of Baroda approaches SBI, SBI will increase the interest rate. If SBI approaches Bank of Baroda, Bank of Baroda will ask for lowest interest rates. That is why there are primary dealers. Primary dealers are intermediaries in money markets. Now, this event happened in April 1992. Harshad Mehta scandal happened in April 1992. In April 1992, there was no RTGS, there was no net. So there was something called as public debt office. So what happened in public debt office was, if I am Harshad Mehta, you will call me and say I want 1,000 crores. Tomorrow we will discuss why a bank requires money at short terms. That's a different discussion. I don't want that to get diluted, that's why I am not talking about it now. So Bank of Baroda wants 1,000 crores. It will approach from primary dealer. I am a primary dealer in money market. And suppose if you have money in your SBI, you also require to place this money, this fund. So you reach out to me. Now what actually happens? Have you heard about repo and reverse repo? This is what is reverse repo and repo. Repurchase option. So you have pieces of paper called government securities. You will pledge those securities with SBI and you are taking a loan. But you don't know that SBI has got money. SBI doesn't know that Bank of Baroda requires money. So Bank of Baroda has approached Harshad Mehta, who is an intermediary, and saying that you take these securities get us 1,000 crore loan. So I will arrange it from SBI. And what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to give you. What will you do? You will go and put it in public debt office of RBI. Just look at agents who go to banks, look at insurance companies agents. What they will do? Put a ticket and sign here, sign here. How many people read the document? Nobody. Same thing used to happen. Bank of Baroda used to give 1,000 crores. SBI should take this 1,000 crores and give it in public debt office. What Harshad Mehta used to do is, see, I got it from Bank of Baroda, this 1,000 crore government securities, you take this and give a loan. So these people also used to say, why don't you are going anywhere to public debt office, why don't you give it there? Okay, fine. Because anyway, I can't use this one. So this public debt office, which was in RBI, SBI will say, just give it there and submit it on our behalf. And since there was no digitization those days, it used to take 15 days for anybody to know that the securities are not in their name. It should be, your security should be in their name now, because you pay 1,000 crores. Bank of Baroda wanted 1,000 crores, so they gave their pieces of paper called 1,000 crores, government securities, to SBI. SBI will give this in public debt office of RBI and tell them that it is our securities which are being temporarily put with you. As and when Bank of Baroda will repurchase option exercising happens, that will be given back to them. Because if it is permanently yours, you would have transferred it in your name. It is not permanently yours, it is kept there. What Harshad Mehta used to do, use that 1,000 crore paper, take a loan from different banks, use that money to buy shares in the stock market, and normally when you buy shares, sometimes you sell shares because you are a trader. What Harshad Mehta used to do, buy shares continuously. Those days were again a sheer coincidence. Like now we have got rolling settlements, T plus 2, T plus 3. Those days it was fixed bi-weekly settlement. That means you buy on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Subsequent, the third Tuesday is settlement day. So you got 15 days time with you. So this 1,000 crores will come from you, the paper will come from you, it will not go to SBI, it will go to another bank where I have taken loan. I will use these funds in the stock market, keep buying shares, I won't sell shares because I am buying but not selling, prices keep on going up. After 15 days, I will go for Badla financing. By that time, I will sell off these shares and bring that money back to her. Just like this. Just to cut a long story short. Even the best chartered accountant cannot make out. Suppose if Mukesh Ambani is helping Anil Ambani unofficially. On 1st April, he will give 10,000 crores to Anil Ambani's company and take it back on March 31st next year. You are a chartered accountant, you are looking at the annual report of Anil Ambani's company, you are also looking at Mukesh Ambani's company. Can you make out? Can you make out that money has come from here and it has again gone back? Because you are seeing two balance sheets. On March 31st, money has come back into the system. Money was given on April 1st and again come back on March 31st of next year. So where is the question of not there in the system? It is always there in the system. But where the money was for 364 days? Money market funds used to go to stock market. And again from stock market it used to come to money market on that day. Scandal happened because it was not digitized, there was no computerization, there was no real-time gross settlement system. So on real-time basis nobody knew. It used to take 15 days for the book entry to be passed Like you write the examination today, you get the result after, let's say, 2 months. When are you getting your certificate? What's late? Same thing used to happen. The receipt from public debt office to SBI should take 15 months. That is what he has taken unrecovered.
So the amount you earn, that money putting here, that is.
It is not money, he didn't do anything. He took money from money market, used it in stock market, increased the share prices, benefited from that, and again returned that money back into money market, same time. So there was no problem. Because when you are looking at, let's say for example, now let's say what's the time? 12:20? 12:20. Suppose one watch is not functioning. One analog watch is not functioning. And it stopped at 12:20 100 years back. Now you are seeing that watch exactly at 12:20. You will be carried away by its accuracy. Because even a watch which does not function is right twice in a day. If it is analog watch, it is right twice in a day. It is a digital watch, it is right once in a day. So similarly, every 15 days, if somebody is seeing, because every 15 days only you will get to know about the say holding of securities, because RBI used to update every 15 days. And 15 days you bring it back. How will then people get to know about it? That is what Mazda Industries used to do. And that is how he used to get the financial support from money market to play in the stock market and again return it back. Who? By the time SBA gets okay, I'll give you a crude example. You are done with your summer internships, but don't try this today. In many institutions, summer internship is for 1 month or 2 months. 40 days? 2 months, okay. Many people will not contact their faculty, their professors, they won't consult. Directly on the day when the submission has to happen, they simply give, they say, sir, please sign on this. You are my guide. Guide also will be surprised that they are their guide because they are not even aware of it. 40 days, 60 days, they don't do anything, simply get one bond volume and say, sir, please sign on this. That is why in some institutions what they have done. Every week you have to tell what we have done. Every day you have to maintain a logbook. Every week you should give a status. So now since you have to give every week, everybody will start doing the summer internship more seriously. But suppose if there is nothing like that, directly after 2 months you have to come and submit, people will submit. Without doing anything, they will submit. Similarly, the public debt office mechanism operated like that. Every 15 days you get a update. So whether you are doing it today, whether you are submitting the papers today, or whether you are submitting it on the 15th day, every alternate Friday only you will get to work on this situation. So there are no digitization. So it was manually difficult to process. So they will not tell you. Like say, even now, Provident Fund Office, they say you will get an update. Initially they should give only once in a year and that too in February. So till February we never knew what has happened. That's the way. So now it is on a real time basis. Every month you are getting it on. You can check it online also. So now they cannot, nobody can fool. But otherwise in many institutions, in many organizations, in many companies, they deduct PF, they never used to deposit it in PF. That is a big fraud. But now it is not possible. So many Hassan Metas we have seen in Provident Fund account also. But today let them do. It is not possible because there is so much transparency in the entire system. So we'll wrap it up for the day.
So what we will do is, tomorrow also you wear blazers. We have a certificate distribution at 12 p.m. We'll wrap it. because first, first my